Hi guys, got a little flow for you to open up across the chest, across the shoulders. It's not too long so you can fit it into your busy day. You don't really need any props unless you know that you like a little bit of elevation when it comes to your seated movements. So you could have a little block, a bolster, a cushion, or you could just sit on your bum. That'd be totally fine as well. So let's get into it. Cross the legs if they're happy to be crossed. If not, you can adopt another position instead. But if this one feels all right, we're going to go with this. We're going to close the eyes if you're happy to. Take your gaze and all of your attention inwards. And start by taking a nice, long, slow, deep breath in through your nose, all the way into the bottom of your belly. Sigh that one away. Just get rid of it. Blow out some hot air. Do what you need to do. Maybe do another one of those. Inhale all the way in. Huff it out, sigh it out, do whatever you need. You can even F-bomb it out if you need to, if it's one of those days. And then just tune in a little bit. Don't worry about your breath. Maybe let your body have a little bit of a rock or a sway, just kind of to center yourself and find a comfortable position. But ultimately what I'd like you to do here is just turn all of your attention inwards and check in with you. I want you to observe how you feel mentally right now, not how you felt today, not how you think you're going to feel in your head tomorrow. How do you feel in your head, in your mind, right now, in this moment? What kind of mindset have you got? You've got lots of thoughts racing. Are your thoughts all lining up in an orderly queue, one coming after the other? Highly unlikely, but you never know. And then bring your attention and your awareness to your physical body. Notice how you feel in your muscles, in your bones, in your joints, right now in this moment. And then once you've checked in with the physical body and with the mind, you then have some information about this version of you right now. And this version of you right now might not want to practice like the version of you yesterday or the version of you tomorrow. So take all of that information and how you feel mentally, physically, emotionally, so then you can then make informed decisions as you practice. Does my body want that today? Does my mind need that today? And then you can pick and choose accordingly. So once you have a bit more awareness of the self, of the body, of the mind, bring your attention to your breathing and just watch the next 2 or 3 breaths as they come and go. Then let your jaw relax, let your tongue sit softly at the roof of your mouth, and then you're ready to inhale fully. We're going to go straight into it. Inhale all the way down to the nose. Fill up the lungs, feel your chest expand, your ribs, your belly. And as you exhale, feel everything soften and relax and let go just a little bit. So for the next few moments, just fully inhaling through the nose, making sure your belly is rising on your inhale and falling on your exhale. Let the breaths become slow, steady, nice and deep, all the way in. Use all that space that you have to breathe into, not half of it. And then slow, controlled exhalations all the way back out. We're going to just do about 5 more of those, but if you have longer, then sit a little bit longer with your breath. But if we don't have that time, 5 more here with me. Inhale 1. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale for 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 4. Exhale, 4. Make sure we've still got a nice tall spine. Every time you inhale, imagine you're being lifted through the crown. And every time you exhale, let your shoulders relax away from the ears. Now, like I said, if you've got longer, stay here. If not, we're going to let the chin drop to the chest. And then we're going to lift the chin towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. Chin to the chest, to the ceiling. And the next time we bring it to the chest, we can let the chin go from side to side. Just letting it roll along the collarbones, or we can take some full circles with the head. If you take full circles, do 1 or 2 in one direction, and then we're going to reverse those back in the opposite direction. And then back up to center. And then we're going to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, roll them back and down. Get some movement into those. And it doesn't have to be circles, you could just shrug them. Just move them basically. And then 3, 2, and 1. On the inhale, we're going to take your arms out nice and wide. We're going to hold the palms to face open, then we're going to turn the palms to face the back of the room. You might notice your palms can actually go even further. If they do, without forcing it, go for it. If not, we're going to just turn the palms back upwards, and we're going to just rotate these shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your arms up, palms together above the crown. As you exhale, bring them down to the heart, interlace the fingers. Push the palms away, you're going to round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest, and then inhale, bring those arms up. Palms press in towards the ceiling. Inhale here. As you exhale, take a little bend to your right. You'll create a bit more space in that left side. Inhale, breathe into that left side. As you exhale, maybe you go further. And then inhale, up we come. On the exhale, take it to the opposite side. Inhale. And exhale. And then back up, and then we're going to cactus our arms, chest open, collarbones nice and broad. As you exhale, we're going to press the palms, the elbows, and the forearms together. We're going to inhale, open up the chest, elbows wide as if they're trying to meet behind you. They're not going to, but imagine. Exhale, palms, elbows, and forearms together. Once more. Inhale on the expansion, exhale as you fold in. Then we're going to open up the chest, interlace the fingers behind the back of your head. Press your head into your hands, elbows wide, chest open, and on the exhale, we're going to tuck the chin to the chest and gently fold the elbows in towards one another. Keep your core engaged, so it's not a spinal movement like cat-cow, it's more just from the neck. Then inhale, press your head into your hands, elbows wide, chest open. Exhaling as we round and tuck in, chin to chest. Do that with 3 more of your breaths. As you lean back, you are really pressing the head into the hands so you can feel the neck muscles activate. Exhale to round. Twice more. How the shoulders feeling. And as you open up this time, you're going to pause here and just draw some circles or figure of 8s with the elbows. For some reason, I can't do the figure of 8. My body just has a moment, has a brain fart. But circles are good. So if you're circling, you'll want to go in both directions. If you're figure of 8ing, you're probably already doing that. So just go for another 3, 2, and 1. And then relax. Cactus the arms, hands behind you. Press into the mat. Gently draw your shoulder blades together. Lift the chin, lift the chest. And then we're going to walk the hands forward in front of these folded legs. So just take a bow forward till you feel a little bit of a stretch into the lower back. Inhale. Stay on the exhale. Maybe you melt forward a little further. And then we're going to walk the hands back. Once you're back, uncross your legs. Come and find your tabletop position, please. So hands shoulder width apart, knees roughly hip width apart, but you can adjust slightly if you need to. On your inhale, tailbone is going to lift, nails are going to drop, heart forward, shoulders are going to pull towards the hips. On your exhale, tailbone lengthens, navel to spine, chin to chest, and we can press into that mat. And then you're going to go in sync with your breath. Inhale to open the front of the body. Exhaling as we round, navel to spine, chin to chest. Let's just go for 3 more. Notice how your spine moves or how it doesn't move in some cases. And then we're going to come back to more of a neutral position. From here, we're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to send the hips down towards the heels. So you get a bit of a stretch into the toes. So if you're doing this practice in the morning, this is great for waking up your feet, waking up the fascia, waking up those little nerves in the feet. It's good any time of the day, but morning it just will wake you up a little bit more. Then we're going to inhale, lift up. Untuck the toes, drop it back to child's pose, hips nice and heavy, arms nice and outstretched. Press into the fingertips, raise the palms. Inhale. As you exhale, let your heart melt towards the mat. Keep those elbows, forearms up so you get nicer opening. Then we'll plant the palms down. Inhale, come up into a rounded spine, so it's like you're coming straight into your cat. As you exhale, we're going to bend the elbows and hover the chest just above the mat. We're going to then press into the mat, take it back to child's pose. Press into the fingertips, palms raised. Walk your hands around to the right hand side. Keep going until you feel a bit of a stretch into the left side of the body. Inhale. And as you exhale, that heart can melt towards the mat. And then we're going to walk it back to centre. Palms can plant flat. Inhale, round the spine, coming into that cat. As you exhale, bend the elbows, chest is going to hover the mat. Then you're going to press it back up into your child's pose. Press into the fingertips, palms raised again. Walk the hands around to the left hand side till you get that stretch into the right side of your body. Inhale and exhale. Then we're going to come back to centre. Press into the palms, inhale, come up, same rounded spine. Then we're going to drop the chest, let it hover, but press it up about an inch and hold it there instead. You can thank me later. Inhale, on the exhale we're going to send it through, press into the toes, glutes engaged, the little cobra, elbows soft, chest open. On the exhale, we're going to let that heart melt back down to the mat and you're going to take about 3 or 4 more little cobras. Inhaling to come up, exhale to come back down. Go with your breath. And then after this little cobra, we're going to come out and we're going to take it back to child's pose, hips towards the heels. Take a breath here. You can keep the forearms down this time, palms down. As you exhale, the chest is still melting to the mat. And then we're going to press into the palms, come back up to a tabletop position. Once you're on your tabletop, we're going to take your right arm and we're going to inhale, open up the right arm towards the ceiling. Press into the left hand at the same time. As you exhale, you're going to thread that right arm underneath your left, reaching as far through as is comfortable. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread under. 3 more in sync with your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale. And then you're going to end up opening up across the chest. Bring your right arm forward in front of you. Kick the left leg to the back of the mat. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to hug elbow towards the knee. They don't need to touch. Inhale, pressing out. Exhale, hugging back in. 3 more. And then we're going to hold it there. Find the extension and breathe here. You do have an option if you want it to bend the left knee reach back to find the left foot with the right hand. If you take that variation, press the foot into the hand, chest forward. If not, we're working here. We have 2 more breaths. 1 and 2. And then we're going to bring the hand down, bring the knee back down. Take some nice big hip circles, just because they feel good, or you can figure of 8, or you can just circle a couple of times in each direction. Then come back to your tabletop, all fours. Inhale, open up the left arm, left shoulder towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread underneath that right arm. You might notice one shoulder opens more than the other. That's quite common. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread through. But it's good to notice where your imbalances lie, because then we can work on them. 3 more here. Then we're going to open up, pause, make sure we're not collapsing into this right shoulder. Left arm is going to reach in front. Right leg is going to kick back, inhale. Exhale, hug elbow towards the knee. Inhale out. Exhale back in. 3 more. When you've done your last one, you've got those same options again. Do you want to hold here, more of an extension? This will probably fire up your core muscles a little bit more, especially if you've got a tiny pelvic tilt here. Or we can go for the back bend variation and find that back foot with the left hand, chest forward. We have 3, 2, and on the 1, we're going to drop that knee down, hand back down. Instead of taking this to child's pose, keep your hips over your knees. You're going to walk this into your puppy. So arms are going to come out. So there's a nice diagonal line from your hips to your wrists. Your forehead can come to the mat, or your chest and your chin can melt. But just be mindful with that variation. It can sometimes not feel very nice on the neck. So forehead is usually a nice variation to go for. Inhale. Feel the breath expand into the front, the sides and the back of the body. As you exhale, let your heart melt towards the mat. Stay here, 3 more. 2. And on the 1, we're going to drop down to child's pose, just because it makes the transition out a little bit easier. Take a breath here, breathe into the back of the shoulder blades. And then you're going to walk your hands to your knees. You can stay sitting back on the heels. If you're not a fan, you could bring the legs back around and come into another seated position. But if it feels all right, we're going to stay here and we're going to just bring the hands behind us, or maybe to some blocks, and just lift the knees so you feel a little stretch in the front of the ankles. And then we're going to come forwards again. And then we're going to take your arms out on an inhale. So we're going to spread the arms, keep the legs in this position if you're happy. We're going to take our eagle arm. So we're going to take your right elbow on top of your left, bend the elbows, and you could stay with the back of the forearms together, or we're going to wrap the palms to touch one another. So either or. If that doesn't work, any of that, then cross your elbows and find opposite shoulders instead, because you can still do these same actions. So regardless of where you are with your eagle arms, we're going to inhale, lift the elbows, lift the chest. As we exhale, we're going to round the spine like we do for our cat, chin to chest. Inhale to lift and open and expand. Exhale to round. You're going to give me 3 more of those. When you reach your last one and you've lifted through the chest, you're going to come back to more of a neutral position. Elbows roughly the same height as your shoulders. Then we're going to encourage the thumbs away from the forehead. Maybe lift the elbows a little higher, and we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale 1 and exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale for 3. And exhale all the way back out. And then we're going to release these arms, which should feel quite nice to release. Open chest. Take your left hand to the side of you. Right side is going to come over. Then inhale back up. Exhale, take that side bend to the other side. If you're still happy sitting on the back of the heels, stay. If you need to realign and come to another position, do. Arms out wide. Now we're going to take your right elbow on top of your left elbow on top of your right. And then we're going to find those same eagle arms. Then doing exactly as we did before, we're going to inhale, lift the chest, lift the elbows. So just to clarify, left elbow on top of your right. As you exhale, you're going to round your spine, chin to chest. And do your seated cat-cows here with eagle arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale to round. 3 more. When you get to that last one, come to more of a neutral position. Same again, elbows lifted, thumbs away from the forehead. And we're going to stay here for 3, 2. And on your 1, we're going to release the arms into that cactus. Bring your hands behind you. You can still do this if you're cross-legged. Not a camel because you're not going that deep. Pressing into the mat, just gently hug the shoulder blades back, lift the heart. You could stay there. If you wanted to lift the hips and press them forward, you can, but that's your choice. And then we're going to slowly come forward again. Lifting up now, maybe swinging the legs around or crossing the ankles and coming through into a seated position, back to where you started. And on an inhale, bring those arms up. On your exhale, we're going to take easy twist, taking your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. We're staying here just for 3. 1, 2. On the exhale, you might revolve a little bit deeper, but you're never going to force it if the body's saying, no, thank you, not today, not this version of me. Tomorrow's version, she might be up for it. And on your inhale, come up. On the exhale, let's take that twist to the other side, just for 3 again. 1, 2. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, maybe you revolve a little bit deeper. Let that back shoulder relax down and away. And then we're going to inhale, bring your arms up. On your exhale, 1 final little cactus arm, so bring the palms to rest open on the lap. Shoulders up, back and down. Close your eyes if you're happy to, or take the gaze down. Inhale nice and slowly through the nose like you did in the very beginning. Exhale nice and slowly back out through the nose, slow, steady and controlled. Inhale through the nose all the way in, using all that space. Exhaling all the way back out through the nose. 1 more. If you have got a little bit more time, then I would encourage you to stay here a little bit longer and just sit with yourself, sit with your breath a little longer and just see what arises. But if you're busy and you don't have time for that right now, inhale, sweep the arms up above the head. On your exhale, press the palms together at the heart, shoulders back, chest open, inhale. And on your exhale, you might bow forward, bringing the chin towards the chest to bring our short practice to an end. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Enjoy the rest of your day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much.